Hey, what's up? This is Neil Napier here. Just give me a quick 1 if you can hear me in the chat, 2 if you can see my screen as well. That'd be great, and then I know that I'm coming through fine, and we'll get into it very, very quickly. Ken is coming in from New York. Let me just change how this looks. Give me 1 second. Okay, this should be better now. Okay, Ken's coming in from New York. London, UK says Money Scholar. Hello from London, sound okay, vision okay. John, Ken, Scott, Anthony, Randall, good to see you. Almaro, James, JK, KG. All right, who else do we have in the house? We've got quite a few people here today, which is good. By the way, if for some reason I don't see your name, it's probably because GoToWebinar usually messes it up, so I don't see everyone's name. That can happen, but know that I see your messages, and we'll have someone in chat very soon to answer your questions as they're coming in, just in case I can't get to them. But I promise I'll try and get to all the questions that I can today. I'm going to try and stay with you as long as is needed to make sure I answer those questions for you. I'm going to show you some very, very cool things along the way as well. It's almost going to feel unbelievable, as it did to me when I was first looking at them. So my job today is to break that sort of mental barrier that you have from like, oh, I don't even know about this, to I can do this and make money with it. So that's the transformation that I'm going to take you on today in this session. Kaim, you got to wait a little bit. I'm going to take that, but you got to wait just a little bit for me, if that's all right. James is coming in from Florida, and Tom from Virginia, US. Awesome, fantastic. So let's get into it, and I'm going to turn this off so you can focus on the slides. And the focus for me today is to basically show you how you can build traffic generating apps in 20 minutes or less using nothing but your voice, like literally nothing but your voice. If you want to type, of course, if that's what you enjoy doing, you can do that as well. These days, it's become so easy that I was on my phone this week and I was at a social gathering and it was getting a bit boring. So I just whipped out my phone, typed in a concept, and it created a brand new software for me. It took a bit longer than 20 minutes because this was a very complex system that would allow me to go from, you know, an idea to all the way to building out pages, fully designed pages. So idea to full-on research, to copywriting, full-on pages, like everything in between, all using AI. And the reason I'm telling you this is because you don't have to be a slave to your computer even anymore. It used to be that I talked about how you need to sit behind your computer, build your business, but now, fortunately, I'll say AI has made it so easy that you can do it from your phone as well. But I feel I'm getting ahead of myself here because I'm talking about building apps, but I want to focus on much simpler things with you, which is traffic apps that will bring in highly qualified leads into your business. Apps that will not only engage people, but turn them into subscribers, people on your email list, as well as then eventually buyers as well. In fact, as I'll show you with some of the examples today, a lot of the businesses are doing it for themselves already to get organic traffic, even at times when Google's kind of moving traffic more towards AI answers, but these businesses are still tapping into quizzes, calculators, and surveys and all those things, all that you can now automate using AI. And just in case you were interested in kind of turning around and making this into a service that you can eventually offer to other people as well, I'll showcase how you can do that too, okay? Your voice is breaking up with a big echo. I apologize if that's the case. My mic setup isn't always perfect, but otherwise, can everyone hear me okay? Maybe I'll try and be closer to the mic and I'll try and talk a bit lower, in which case it wouldn't echo, but you know, it can happen. And I do again apologize for that. I'm just gonna wait for a few messages. Sound is clear, you're fine. Okay, good. Could be something on that person's end. Awesome. SM says on speakers today, so it is fine, fantastic. We have more and more people still coming in, which is good. Okay, so let's talk about this. My name is Neil Napier. I think maybe there's a slide in soon, which I'll talk about that. So it's okay if you don't know me, we'll circle to that in a bit. But look, typically when it comes to traffic generation, people are still doing things the old hard-earned way, right? I think you've probably heard this from a lot of teachers, a lot of gurus out there, is like, you got to pay your dues, you got to do the hard work before you actually can enjoy the rewards. While I think that is true to an extent, I also think that AI has bridged that gap into what hard work looks like. You don't need to break rocks anymore. You don't need to build a railroad anymore. You can simply leverage the power of AI and utilize that to build things that attract people to you. right? That's the key tenet that I want to take out of this. I want you to take out of this training is that you want to attract people to your world. You want to bring them into your world so they're more likely to engage with you and buy from you. And there are people that are already doing that. There are trendsetters that are doing that using AI, and they are making 10 to 50,000 a month, and they can't even code. They're not coders. They're not even marketers. I went to a conference in November last month in Dubai, and I meet literal kids. Like I'm 40 now, right? So I feel like I'm getting to that side of where I'm like part of the older crowd as well. So I meet kids, and by kids I mean 20, 24, 25, and they're throwing out big numbers like it's nothing. They're talking about how with very little effort they are building out new things that's making them money so easily, and I get jealous. Like I get jealous because I'm encumbered by all the hard work speeches that I had learned from Hollywood movies and whatnot. But these kids, they've got none of those limitations, and they go out, they just talk to the computer, they talk to their to Claude or ChatGPT, and within half an hour they've got a working app that they can go out there and utilize to get traffic back. So I learned from them, and those are the secrets that I want to share with you today. So let me just see. I have a dropshipping e-commerce shop. Will this work for me, driving traffic to my site? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. It doesn't. It's a very good question, by the way. It doesn't matter what niche you're in. It doesn't matter what it is you're trying to do. The goal is to attract people to you. So as long as that benefits you, you can do it, right? You could be a pastor at a church. You could be running an e-commerce store. You could be selling info products. You could be selling coaching. You could be a coach for a football team. I don't care what your business is, as long as your business involves selling to people or engaging with people and making money in that process. Yes, this is right for you. Now, I want to tell you this, and this might seem like a bold promise, but it is, right? You're going to see this. So with what I'm going to share with you today, you'll be in a place after today to replace your entire ad budget with free traffic apps. That is if you are spending money on ads. Like it's okay if you're not, but if you maybe once thought about running ads, after today, you won't feel like you want to run ads because you'll realize it's not necessary anymore to run ads if you don't want to. Some people who have deep pockets, it might still help them, but if you don't want to, you don't have to do it. With this, you'll also be able to build professional tools faster than even writing an email. And you'll be able to generate revenue from 3 sources using the same skills, and you'll be able to scale without hiring developers or learning code. Now, this is very, very important, is I want you to minimize the amount of effort that you're putting in to doing this. And I want you to minimize the number of people you're hiring because honestly, it's expensive. Like I just look at the state of the world right now, and minimum income is going up in most countries. And even then, like living is getting expensive for a lot of people. So people want more and more money. So if you were to actually go out there and hire developers, that would loosen your pocket quite a bit. So I don't want you to do that. I want you to basically win at this, and the strategies, the tricks that I'll share with you will help you do that. Now, I want to show you some proof as well before I get into it, because honestly, if I show you the proof, you'll realize that it is actually possible. These are real people getting results, real results right now. So Jason Lemkin, who's a VC investor, used vibe coding. And again, I'll explain what vibe coding is in more practical terms soon if you don't know that. But he used vibe coding to build a VC calculator, which got 334,000 plus users in 30 days. 334,000 users. And just in development alone, he saved $200,000 a year in annual cost. And then he continued doing that and built out 7 apps in 100 days, like good apps, right? Then Steve Parker, who's a real estate agent, he has a side business where he built a quiz in less than a week. He had 1,000 people using that quiz in 2 weeks, and he got 49% conversion. So you got about 500 leads out of that. And this was all organic, 0 ad spend. He didn't spend a single cent on ads. There's another one, Kayla Hollatz. She's a copywriter, and she doesn't have any technical skills. She built the quiz in 1 day, got 3,200 leads, a 40% conversion rate, and that ended up getting her an extra $10,000 in unexpected client revenue. This is revenue she had not planned for. This is income that she wasn't working towards. It just happened because she built something that got a lot of engagement. And that's what I want you to build. And I'm going to show you today exactly how to do that. But just so you know, this topic is so deep that it's unlikely that I can cover everything today. So if you like what I show you today, at the end of this session, I'm going to give you an option to continue learning with Chris Munch, who I work with, and myself for 3 days to learn more, essentially, okay, to learn more. But here's what you're going to discover today. I'm going to show you traffic numbers that will shock you. I'll show you how one simple calculator pulls in 3.5 million monthly visitors with $128,000 in ad spend, while basic tools generate thousands of dollars per month in free traffic. I'll talk about how you have the possibility of turning around and offering this as a service to other people, building 20-minute apps and selling them for $500 to $2,000 per project, plus on top of that, some maintenance fee. I'll talk about how you can generate free traffic to your offers while building a 5 to 10K a month client service business with the same skill set. And then I'll share real success stories with people from zero tech skills, people that are building no-code quiz apps and generating 3,000 leads and so much more just by talking to AI. But look, before we begin, I want to ask you this so that I know what kind of audience we have today. So just answer this for me. Type 1, 2, 3, 4 if you don't want to type the answer, but type your answer. Are you just starting? Are you currently, you've started but you're struggling? Maybe you're past the struggle and you're building, or maybe now you're scaling and you're getting like 5,000 plus visitors a month. So which one of these are you? 1, 2, 3, 4? Let me know in the chat box. And again, my goal is just to understand my audience better, you all. And there's, again, like I said, like more than 100 people here right now. So I want to make sure that I understand where you are in your journey right now. Okay. Yes, I will explain vibe coding in practical terms. Like I'll actually show you that while I'm doing it, so it'll make more sense. May I ask what quiz Steve built since I'm into real estate agent? Since I'm a real estate agent, I do not remember, but I can find that out for you, right? This is something my team kind of collected and told me, but I'll show you the things that you can do as a real estate agent. So 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, struggling, building, just starting, 1, 1, that's 1, 1, 2, 2, have an insurance agency and struggling to find time to work on my internet business. I completely understand. And I think, look, you're not the only one. So I'm doing this interesting exercise right now where I want to show you something. Actually, I'll turn on this if you're able to see it. Let me just see if I can do this. Okay, give me 1 second. And this is a very, very interesting point that I'm basically struggling to find time for the other cool stuff, the internet business that I want to do. So recently I've been tracking sort of my habits, and I'll show you this. I'll try and bring it close if you can see it. So I've been trying to track my habits, which is like this, right? So stuff like no phone before 8 a.m., cold shower in the morning, going to gym every day, or at least taking a long walk, those sorts of things. And I can tell you that, my discipline rate is about 6 to 7 tasks out of 10 every day. I don't do most of them. I'm not able to hit the numbers that I want because it's hard. Like it's hard to do everything. But I'll tell you this, if you make it your sort of goal, not even from 1st of January, but from today, is like every day I'm going to do these 2 things, absolute 2 things. Like first thing I wake up in the morning, I'll make sure I do them before I go to bed, no matter what. Then you'll do them. It's as simple as that. To me, finding time isn't about really finding time in your day. It's about prioritizing things that move the needle and saying that before everything else. That's all. That's all there is to it. Okay. Could you use this to get traffic for a pay-per-call offer? You can use this to get traffic for anything. Anything. Again, I'll show you examples, and you'll have some like, what was it, the Edison moment, like at voila, I discovered something. So you're gonna have those moments today as you're watching this. So let's continue. If you are still struggling, if you're in that place where you're struggling to get consistent traffic to your offers, then you need to watch this training because that is the exact problem we're going to solve today. Again, I do not care what it is you sell. You could be doing pay-per-call, you could be doing a rent-a-site model, you could be doing rent-a-person model, you could be doing Upwork, you could be doing design business, you could have a website business, you could be a consultant, you could sell physical products, anything. Like, as long as you are interacting with a human, this is important. Now, of course, if you're selling to robots, I can't help you just as yet. Now, who are we to make these claims? Again, my name is Neil Napier. I'm on the top. Chris Munch is there. And together between us, we have generated more than $50 million across multiple businesses. Now, I say that together, but to be honest, Chris has done about 75% of that. So he's much, much bigger in size and stature than I am. But he's the one that you'll be learning with for the 3 days if you were to continue on this journey. But between us, we've created KaiView, MailView, Amplifier, and we've helped thousands of people build sustainable traffic since 2019, specifically 2019. But before that, we were focused more on social media. But I want to tell you this. I think everyone is getting traffic wrong in 2025. Now, I don't know if you remember this, but one of our key products is Content Gorilla, which you may or may not have heard of. I think Sophia might actually even have it. And Content Gorilla does an exceptional job at producing long-form written content. And it's a very, very solid tool. But as with all the tools, the problem is that the market evolves. Google makes their own changes. And what happens because of that is that generally across the board, written content gets less traffic. Why? Because Google is trying to prioritize answering the questions by itself. It's saying by itself, like, hey, okay, if you're searching for this, here's a quick AI answer. So traffic on content sites has gone down by half in 2025. The thing is, what has not changed is the things that people interact with. So quizzes, surveys, or calculators, anything where people would go and basically fill in a few things, answer a few questions, get a response, those are still very, very valuable, and Google still cannot replace those because Google can't really give you an AI form. It's like, okay, you're trying to lose weight, well, enter your details here. No, in that case, it's typically going to send you to another website. So what actually works in 2025 is interactive apps, because they keep people hooked, they keep people engaged, and that is all that Google cares about. That is all that LLMs care about, like ChatGPT and other places. So if you can engage people when they're on your site, perfect. And again, you can only go so far with written content. You can do so with like videos and podcasts and so on, but when you've got something where people have to click and type, like a quiz, you really engage them. And studies have found that traffic apps typically convert at about 28 to 65%, which is, I don't need to tell you this, far, far better than static forms. So if you had a form on your website that said, hey, I've got a free gift for you, sign up here, and then you can do this, you get 2 to 5% conversions typically to cold traffic. But if you turn that around and you make a quiz, you make a calculator, or anything that basically engages people, hooks them in, that gets you a far, far better response in conversion. But the thing is, you probably heard this promise before. You've heard the promise that, hey, there's this new strategy that works and it's only going to work for a short time, so you've got to get on top of it and all those things. But I can tell you this right now, that the things that I'm sharing, that the concept of quizzes, of surveys, of calculators, that's not new. It's been there forever. It's been there for a very, very long time. But the thing is that for a long time, it was very hard to do manually, automatically. It was very hard to do it yourself. Like if you didn't have technical skills, you couldn't make these things, right? It was difficult to do. But again, I want to show you one more time that it works. This is a SIP calculator, simple investment calculator from grow.in. And let me just show you this. So it's a single calculator that gets 3.5 million monthly organic visitors. Single thing, okay? And the estimated traffic value of just this one calculator alone is $128,000 a month. To them, it's worth at least $128,000 a month. And again, this is all free organic traffic. Then there's another one, Bankrate, which is a mortgage calculator. So someone was talking about, hey, I'm a real estate agent, like, what can I do? You can make a mortgage calculator, for example, on your own site. And to this particular business, it drives about 25% of all their traffic. And this is, again, free organic traffic from Google searches. There's another one, percentagecalculator.net. It's a very simple 3-page site. Let me see if I can open that up for you. So when you go there, it's going to bring up the site for you. So it has 3 pages on it, just extra pages here. And you can see all the ads and everything as well that pops up, of course. And if I go, well, I don't know if you see this actually. 1 second. Let me see if I can bring that over here. I think I lost that one. 1 second. I have too many windows. Okay. So I think now you should be able to see this percentage calculator. Okay. So when you see this, it's a very, very simple website, right? But even that one gets 1.6 million monthly visitors, which to that site is worth about $45,000 a month. Right? Traffic doesn't equal sales. Very good point. It doesn't have to. But you can have Google AdSense, something as simple as that, to turn the traffic that's coming in. Google AdSense is going to pay you, right? Traffic never equals sales. It's a very valid point. But again, if I have to tell you how to convert traffic into sales, then you're missing a few pieces. And again, we can talk more about that in those 3 days. But basically, with traffic, you get qualified leads. With qualified leads, you make offers. With those offers, you make money. Of course, you can bypass all of that and run ads like what these guys are doing. But those are very different ways of doing it depending on your business type. Are you with me, Velocity Media? Let me know. Let me know if you're with me. Are these app standalone sites? You can simply create them and iframe them on your website. So you don't have to make a standalone site. If you don't want to, you can have a bigger site, but just make a standalone, make it like a standalone page, for example. Okay, I'll show you more examples over here. Tag Livros, in this particular case, this is a book recommendation quiz, like what kind of book should you read next? And they get 196,000 total visits and 55,000 leads at 28% conversion, right? 28% conversion, all organic traffic, calorie calculator. We've seen them so often, you know, where you just kind of enter like, okay, I'm trying to lose weight. How do I do this? This one gets 456,000 visitors a month, and that's 41% of this site's traffic. So there are tons and tons of examples of how apps and quizzes like these and then calculators like these basically get people coming in, get them to stick, which improves the site ranking, which improves the traffic generation. And again, this is qualified traffic. If someone's coming in to calculate how many calories they need to lose, rest assured they're interested in weight loss products. Rest assured they're interested in getting fit, right? So there's a lot of opportunity in doing that depending on your business types. So again, static forms still work. They're okay depending on your business type, but if you want to create interactive calculators and quizzes, you get far, far better performance for the same kind of numbers. But, and again, this is a big but, here's the problem. What stops most people from building these apps is simple stuff like, hey, I don't know how to code. Like this is, you know, I'm not a developer, obviously. I need to hire someone and that can cost a lot of money. Let alone like you hire the wrong person and you end up losing money because they scammed you. That can happen as well. Different country, different parts of the world, you know, these things happen. It happens to me too, don't get me wrong. I'm not impervious to this, so we all get affected by things like these. Or, hey, if I have to learn coding, it would take me months to learn JavaScript, Python, and everything else that I need to learn. Just doesn't make sense. And most of the time, like someone else said today, like I'm busy with my other business, I don't have the time to work on this internet business. Neil, what do I do? The traditional app development model typically goes like this. You either learn complicated languages, you hire developers, you have to wait 2 to 6 months. There's a big opportunity cost to that as well. You pay for hosting, maintenance, updates, all those different things. So it'll cost you a lot. It'll take a lot of time, and you lose a lot of money in that time as well, right? Because someone else might do that idea and go faster than you. So again, traffic apps work. You've seen the proof, but this is where everyone asks, don't I need developers, Neil? Like, don't I need how to code? The answer is going to shock you, right? The answer lies in vibe coding. Someone asked me, hey, what is vibe coding? I'll explain what that is with examples as I'll show you this today. But essentially, vibe coding is just building things, building particularly apps, using your voice or even text if you want, right? It's up to you. You can use your voice, you can use text. You don't have to type, like if you don't want to, it's up to you. I'll show you, I can do this without typing as well. You don't have to code, you don't need to know a single thing. You don't need to have any technical jargon, none of that. You literally talk your apps into existence, and you're done in 20 minutes, even less, right? Let's do this right now. I'll build like 2 or 3 of those in front of you just to show you how stupidly simple this is. So I'm gonna go to Claude. You can have, oh, you can't see it because I think it took me to a different browser. Give me 1 second. So I'm gonna go to Claude. I think you should see my screen and I'm on Claude right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I could, of course, like use audio, so I could read it out, but I'm going to, funny thing is, just a few days ago, I invented, and I want to say invented, my own program. So I used to use this program called WhisperFlow. It's a really good tool. Essentially what it does is, I'm a talker, I'm not a typer myself, right? So what it does is you can talk and it's going to transcribe everything for you, right? And it costs about, if you go for the monthly license, it costs about $15 per user per month. I loved it. I was with them for like 2 months and I was like, scratch that, I'm gonna make it myself. So I made it myself. And I'll show you this right now. Like I'm not offering you that, of course, but because this is for personal use at this time. but that's what I use to convert my voice to text. But there's a lot of other different ways in which you can use that, and or other apps you can use, and we'll talk about that a little bit later too. But let's say we want to create this one, a mortgage calculator that shows monthly payments. Okay, so I'm going to create that in front of you right now. And again, I am not a real estate agent, so let's say I'll just go for mortgage calculator just to get some inspiration, right? So I'm not a real estate agent myself. I have no idea how these things work. So let's go to this one, and this is what the mortgage calculator looks like. Okay, you can see it's quite broad. It's pretty good. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this just because I want to be fancy, and I'll say this. I'll go and put the screenshot in here, and then I think, 1 second. There you go, it should work. So I'm going to paste my screenshot in here, and I'll use now my voice to text. Hey, so I'm looking to create a mortgage calculator that I want to put on my site. Here's an example of another mortgage calculator that I have seen. Could you please reverse engineer this and help me create sort of an HTML code that I can put on my site that creates this mortgage calculator for people? Okay, done. So this is voice to text. Again, when I opened it, my screen paused because there was another program on top of it, but this is all voice to text. I'm looking to create a mortgage calculator to put on my site. Here's an example of another mortgage calculator I've seen. Could you please reverse engineer this and help me create an HTML code that I can put on my site to create this mortgage calculator for people? Let's send this through, and I will let it do the work. It's going to now start thinking. And again, you can use audio for this if you want to as well, which is what I did. I just did audio to text, and it is figuring out how to build the entire thing, right? So it's saying, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to have input fields, blah, 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 all these things. And look, again, I have no idea about real estate. I have no idea about mortgage calculators. I've never done this before until now. Like literally today on this call is the first time I'm doing this. So when I say it is stupidly simple, it is stupidly simple. I didn't tell you about my background, but I worked as a software developer a few years ago, but I wasn't really a very good software developer. I was more of a kind of like a back-end developer. I was really into algorithms and coding. So this is all new to me. I have no idea about UI, UX. I don't know how any of that works. So I really like that I can will my business into existence with something like this, right? So it's building all those things. I'll let it build and answer some questions. So we don't need to focus on posting content, creating videos on social media. If you do it with your method, Lee says, Lee, it won't hurt you. Okay, it won't hurt you. Now, I'll tell you this right now. Let's say you want to make money by being a taxi driver, right? You can't just buy a car and say, well, why am I not making money? You still got to go out there and drive, right? You still got to go out there and charge people. So same way, just because you have a calculator on your site, until you tell someone about it, until you let Google know like this calculator exists, Google's not going to know and they're not going to send you anyone. So just because you have a car doesn't mean you can start making money as a taxi driver. You still got to drive the car. So what I'm showing you is how to build assets that bring in people organically. But again, if you know anything about Google search, even if you put something out there, you have to at the very least let Google know. And it's not a bad idea to post on social media as well. It's not a bad idea to do a press release or whatever you can to let the world know, like, hey, now there's this highly functional mortgage calculator that you can use. Okay? Do people, let me just say I've done this. Okay, do people go to the business website first and happen to see these apps, or do the search for the apps? It goes both ways. Like maybe they'll come to your e-commerce site and you'll be like, hey, let me, here's an interactive quiz about what kind of clothing style will work for you, for your body type, right? So you can show them that. Or they could search like, hey, what kind of clothing style suits my body style? And then they will come find your site and they will do the quiz. And then based on that, they'll go buy something from your shop. So it can work either way, right? There's no like clear answer. It's human behavior. It's very simply human behavior. Let me just see. I think Lee answered your question about standalone apps. How do you get, I think I answered this. How do you get these apps seen by people? So again, some of it is going to happen organically for you, right? Google's going to find it, but initially it's okay to post about it on social media. Like really, if you do a new venture and you don't tell anyone about it, nothing's going to change for you. right? But if you do a new venture and you're like, hey, this is a cool thing that I'm working on, people are going to come and check it out. So this is done. Let me just see if I answered that question as well. I would love to build a quiz on my skincare site. Is it complicated? No, it is not complicated, Lee. You would have to, like, you know more about skincare than I do. If you maybe link me to your site, we can come up with something together on this call. So here's a mortgage calculator. You can see this is what it looks like. People fill it in, and this is all the code. All you got to do, like literally all you have to do is copy and paste this code somewhere, and people can use this. Like, let me show you this, right? So let's say the home value is $250,000, right? Down payment you want to give is like $40,000. So loan amount is that much. Interest rate is 7%. Loan term is 25 years. Start date is this. Property tax this blah blah blah. So calculate payment, and you can see over here. So your total monthly payment is going to be $1,946, and down payment and PMI status, I don't know what that means, but all of this you're done paying off by November 2050. All these things are done, right? And you can even view the amortization schedule. Like, how freaking cool is that? Did anyone see me even telling it to do this? No. It did it by itself. So 1 to 10, how cool is this? Just answer that for me before we go any further. And again, I have no idea about real estate. I have no idea about mortgage calculations. I just told it to do this, and it gave me a fully functional calculator. 1 to 10, how effective is this? And then let me ask you this. Could you make money with this if you put it on your site and just put like affiliate links, like this site had done, that go to banks? Like, you work out deals, and by the way, there's a lot of different ways in which you can make money with this, but you can have literally deals with banks or other lenders, and they pay you for every lead you send to them. How powerful is that? Right? It took 5 minutes to build that, not even 20, 5 minutes. And again, I do not know a thing about coding, right? I don't know a thing about coding. Where do we place these apps? Yeah, anywhere you want. Again, this is something I want to discuss more on the 3-day training, because marketing is such a vast thing that I can't even begin to tell you now. But if I've done this, if I posted it somewhere, I'm going to, if I have an email list, I'll mail them. I'll post on Reddit. I'll post on Quora. I'll post on social media. I mean, if I'm feeling like I really want to put effort into it, I'll make a video about it, right? It just comes down to what you want to do. But what I'm telling you is that this is going to convert and make you more money than any opt-in form that you can put on your site. How well-intentioned you are, your opt-in forms are not going to make you money. Something like this will. You can even gate it. You can even put it behind an opt-in box. Okay, so let's do this right now. Okay, so this is really good, and I like the outcome. But when we click on the calculate payment button, I want you to show a pop-up with a form where people can put in an email address to see the exact details and also get a monetization schedule. So I want you to gate that content so it's only available when someone actually clicks on it and gives me the email address. Okay, done. So now it's going to improve this application. So rather than just giving people numbers right away, when someone clicks on calculate payment, it says, okay, give us your email address and we'll send you all the details, right? So now you have an email lead as well. And that way you can continue to follow up with them. You can continue to sell to them as well. Scott, we're keeping it very, very simple. Like, again, Claude is free to use as well. I mean, you can use many different tools. But again, I'm not selling you a tool here. You got to understand this. I'm selling you the concept of how powerful this can be. And again, there's so much more that we can show you with this as well. How could you use this for affiliate marketing? We just did. We sold affiliate offers. Again, you could take the same concept. Maybe let's say you want to, you want to do a quiz on what kind of product is good for you, right? What kind of washing machine should you have? Okay, what's your budget? What's your requirements? Blah, blah, blah. Based on that, it's going to recommend like 5 different washing machines. And all those could be your affiliate links on Amazon. So you can do that as well. There's many different ways to go about it. Many, many different ways. So I'll let us do its thing. It's going to just like, look, it's writing code in the background for me. All of that. That's awesome. I'll let us do its thing. But I want to go back to this because there's more things I want to share with you today. And again, I made that within like 5 minutes, right? Create something for me, and it gave me something incredible there. Some things can take a bit longer. And again, you don't have to have any clear idea about what you want. You just need to explain like, hey, I saw this, it was really cool. I want to do the same thing for myself. Can you help me? No code written, no typing, just voice commands to AI. You can type to if you want, if that's what you like. So this is again Jason Lemkin's example. So he's a founder of SaaStr, which is the world's largest SaaS community. And he has a big following. Now, don't get me wrong, he has a big following, of course, so he has that going for him. But he created a calculator, put it up on his website, and talked about it on Twitter. And he had a lot of traffic coming in. So he built a VC started valuation calculator. He built an AI pitch analyzer. He created his own sort of mentoring tool, like, hey, hiring me, for example, for an hour, 2 hours is too expensive. Go talk to my AI mentor, right? And he was able to build 7 production apps in 100 days. That's really, really cool, which again saved him a lot of money, but also in turn made him a lot of money as well. John Cheney, another example, and he had previously raised $30 million for tech startups. What he was able to do with vibe coding is build a complete AI education platform called Gen IP, including AI proficiency assessment, learning management systems, live course booking system, automated certification, all those things using the power of AI. Again, you can push it as far as you want. You can do as little as you want to get the results that you're after. Another example is Sebastian Volkins built 2 SaaS products with vibe coding. And again, these are more like software as a service products. You don't have to go that far. These are people actively trying to make money with AI. That's a possibility for you as well. But if all you want to do is make money with getting, crazy amounts of traffic back to your sites, you can absolutely do that as well, right? Another example, Chad Sakonchik, almost sounds made up, but I can promise you can Google this and you'll find it, is that he learned no coding and no-code tools and vibe coding and rebuilt an entire legal platform in 90 days. And now his business does $2.5 million in annual revenue or annualized revenue, right? So all this basically tells me the apps work, vibe coding works, non-coders are winning. Suddenly, it was funny because a couple of years ago, everyone was like, hey, writers are going to lose their job and artists are going to lose their job, but actually developers are losing their job, unfortunately. Because now you can do these things much faster without having to wait for them to give you all the outcome. And again, this is where it gets really, really good. Because vibe coding works. Here's how you actually profit from it. So someone said, can we sell affiliate products? Can we do this? Can we do all that? Number one, income stream for you can get traffic to your brand, right? You can build apps that bring free visitors to your offers. You can stop paying for ads forever if that's what you want, right? You can own your traffic instead of renting it from Facebook or Google or TikTok and all those places. Second income stream, affiliate revenue. You can have apps that recommend products based on what people like, right? So what's your biggest problem right now in your home? Like, what can we do to help you? They can answer the questions, and based on that, you say, okay, you might like this, right? And that goes through your Amazon affiliate link. You can earn commissions while providing value, and it gives you passive income from tools that work for you 24/7, even when you're not working, right? You can sell apps to clients if you choose to do that. If you're like, Neil, I want to go big with this. I want to go and make big money, not just like side change here and there. You can build up in 20 minutes, sell them for $500, $2,000. You can have service businesses with literally 99% margins because it doesn't cost a lot to use apps like ChatGPT, Claude, and all those, right? They are very, very easy to use and allows you to get recurring retainers where you can also just manage clients' app. Client says, oh, I want this new feature. Oh, cool. Well, it will take me like a week to do and it's going to cost you another $600. Fine, you can do that in an hour, even less, and you're done. Tell the client, here's a new site to go to, and it should work now, right? Real estate agent, another example, Steve Parker. He was working full-time while building a real estate business on the side. So he built a quiz. Where should you live? Where should you live? It is such a silly idea. Like, of course, where should I live? Like, I want to live in, like, oh, wait, where should I live? There's so many options, right? I want to move to a new city. Should I live in this street or that street or this one or that one? He built the quiz in less than a week, posted in 30 local Facebook groups. So like you're asking me, Neil, how do we get the traffic? This is what Steve did. He posted in 30 local Facebook groups. 1,000 people took the quiz in just 2 weeks, 49 leads out of that, all organic, zero ad spend. And he knew exactly what each person wanted. So he got the data back from the quiz as well. He knew exactly what each person wanted. Do you think he was able to turn around and make sales from that? Yeah. The business impact was that he generated more leads in 2 weeks than previous 6 months combined. You just have to think outside the box. And again, That's something we can talk about on those 3 days, because I can't tell you what thinking outside the box looks like in like a 60-minute session. Kayla Hollis is another one. She built a Find Your Brand Voice quiz, right? So it took her an hour because she was not very technical at all. 30 minutes to code and 5 hours to basically create an email sequence. So total altogether 1 day to market it as well. She got 3,200 leads from that, all organic and Google traffic, no paid ads. And she got at least 4 clients additionally for anywhere between 2,000 to 3,500 a month, not a month, but total. So she made an unexpected revenue of $10,000, right? There are a lot of examples. There are a lot of examples of that. So I showed you that voice app that I built. It's a desktop app that replaces that $180 a year service. It was really, really quick for me to do, no programming knowledge. And if you don't believe me, I'll show you this right here. So let's go to this one. So I'll go all the way up and I said, look, I want to basically clone VibeTraffic. This was, I'm so basic. I'm so basic. I want to clone VibeTraffic. If you know what that is, this is how I talk. Is it something you're able to help me with, like a downloadable Windows-based tool that can listen to my audio, automatically translate it into text, transcribe into text, and put into any box where the cursor is currently placed, and also show some history and so on? I can't even speak properly. And then I created this app that basically I just showed you, it just works, right? It's able to do what I want it to do. And that's just a simple thing for my own use. If I can do this, and I'm very basic at this, trust me, you can as well. Now, don't get me wrong, I have developers that work for me to do more complicated projects that I don't even want to like try and do because they are like full infrastructure builds. But I don't want to bother them for this kind of stuff because one, I don't want to pay for it. They probably come back and tell me, yeah, it'll take us like 3 weeks to do because they're going to do it the right way and everything done in their way. I want to do it quickly. I could turn around and just give away this thing to build my email list. How powerful is that? So again, traffic to your brand. Now imagine one app that generates monthly visitors for you. It converts at 30 to 50%, which means you get leads, and it works 24/7 without you touching it. Costs you nearly nothing to run, just your website that you already have. Again, mortgage affordability. We just did this one. We literally just did this one. If you were to get traffic from this via Facebook ads, let's say 5,000 clicks, each click would minimum cost $80, minimum. Facebook ads have become expensive. That's why a lot of businesses are struggling these days because they're not able to advertise on Facebook anymore. But I've just done this. And as it picks up steam, I could literally go and share this in various different places. So for example, I want to go back and show you this as well. 1 second, we're building it out. So this was the mortgage calculator. And you can see this is like the revised version, payment summary, calculate payment. Okay, your results are ready. Enter your email to unlock your personalized mortgage breakdown, including blah, blah, blah. Enter your email address. Once you do that, the numbers come out. Right, so you build your email list. So again, think about what you can do with this. Just this one example, affiliate revenue. Your apps help people make better decisions. You can recommend products, you earn commissions. Which laptop should I buy? Simple thing. Someone searches the best laptop for video editing. They come to your quiz. They answer 5 questions about their needs. Get personalized laptop recommendations through your Amazon affiliate links. Your Amazon affiliate links. And you earn 3 to 10% commission on every purchase they make. Right, gaming PC quiz, another one. There you go. Then just think about how your revenue scales from there. Just think about what you can do without actively doing all the work. More examples: credit card calculator, meal plan generator, best CRM for real estate. Just making commissions no matter what it is you're doing. If you want to turn around and now sell this to clients as a service, well, you can do that too. Talk to clients and say, what's your biggest problem right now? And look, your clients don't know vibe coding exists. They don't even want to know vibe coding because they just want to do what they're good at. They want to cut hair, they want to cook food, they want to run a hotel, they want to teach. That's it. They don't care about like how you do stuff. But if you say, okay, what's your biggest problem right now? Maybe they're like, hey, I really struggle at sending invoices to people and chasing them up. No problem. Let me go ahead and make that for you. It's going to cost you $2,000 and then another $100 a month in upkeep. If you need any changes, we can charge you extra for that. There is real proof of people out there doing it. Now, again, I don't want you to stop whatever you're doing and like, just do this because this is awesome. But it is awesome. You can do this on the side. And that is the point of this, right? And the service business math is really, really good because if you get a few clients, it's even 10 clients a month, you can scale this up very well. It could possibly replace your current income, right? That's how easy, that's how good it is. And again, Neil, what kind of apps can I make? Can you see this right now? Take a screenshot. I'll wait, take a screenshot. If you're wondering what kind of apps you can make, just look at this. Finance and money, health and fitness, real estate, you can do rent versus buy calculator, e-commerce, you can do loyalty points calculator, business and marketing, ad budget calculator, sleep calculator, retirement planner, all these things. Very easy to execute via AI. Are these apps you're after, build them and so we download them, or are they stored in the cloud? Depends. Like you can ask for what you want. Some of them, most of them are going to be very easy to kind of just copy the code, put it on your website, which you already have. Some, depending on the functionality you're after, are going to be more complicated, of course, right? Again, we can talk about it in the next few days, but I don't want you to do complicated. If something requires too much work, don't do it. Like, I'm not saying you can't, you probably can, but why take on more work than you want to handle? What I just showed you, mortgage calculator, is simple. It can sit on your current website. Simple as that. KG, yep, I'm using free web coding tools to build. I mean, you can use paid tools as well. Can it build an app to convert 1 inch? Yeah, it can, like anything. You just, I kid you not, you dream and it will build it for you. Sometimes you may have to explain the parameters, but it will do that for you. Can you build an app whose purpose is to drive traffic? That's always a problem. Lee, again, it is, but that's where it starts to get complicated. The more human hours something requires, the more complicated it gets. But yes, you can build an app that says, hey, here's my brain dump from today. I want you to turn that into content. I want you to automatically post it up to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all those places. Yes, you can build an app to do all that, but that's where it starts to get complicated because now you're talking to third-party services. You have to make sure all the APIs work and all those things, right? It's too much. I don't want to discuss that right now in too much detail because honestly, your brain will just explode. So the short answer is yes, you can do it. Long answer, is it worth it? Probably not. Not as of yet. Because getting traffic is something that you build over time, right? So I'll tell you this as well. If you think that just because you build a quiz or a calculator like this, suddenly tomorrow you're going to be rich, that's not the case. What you are doing is you're planting seeds for the future. Now, I'm going to ask you this as a rhetorical question for everyone. A lot of you said, when I asked you, like, where are you in your traffic journey? 80% of the responses are 1 or 2. It's like, I don't have any, or I'm struggling. Like, I don't have any, or I've tried, but I'm struggling. For most of you, I can guarantee you, you do not have permanent seeds planted for traffic right now. You don't. You don't have a quiz, you don't have a calculator, you don't have something where people can find an engagement. And that is the problem. So what I'm giving you here is seeds along with the water saying, okay, plant them, and 3 months, 6 months, a year from now, they're going to sprout into beautiful plants, they're going to grow into trees, and you can get fruits from them and enjoy them. But if you expect that I do this today, and like suddenly like Jack and the Magic Beanstalk, it takes off, and I'm rich by tomorrow, not going to happen. Right? Just to be very, very fair with you. Okay, I hope you've taken a screenshot by now. Let's move forward. I want to also show you the complete triple system, income system, because I think it is important. Because once you do this, you can build traffic for yourself, you can get affiliate revenue if that's what you're after, and you can also do client services depending how far you want to go. 1 and 2 are easy, right? So if you have a business, get your own traffic. If you don't have a business, go make money as an affiliate. But if you're like, Neil, I want to go big, I want to go like, baseball sort of big, go do this for clients. The income potential, if you do this, is very, very big. So again, you've seen today so far 3.5 million visitors from simple calculators, regular people earning 500K to 2K a month. Yep, just doing this. Let me just check something. Give me 1 second. Okay, 1 second. Okay, yeah, and 3 income streams basically based off of 1 skill, right? There's so much. Now, imagine this for a second. As I said to you earlier, there's so much that we can discuss in this. So what if you could get access to the complete system that takes you from 0 to building a first traffic app to generating free visitors and client revenue? Now, again, I want to be very, very clear. This is not a software. I'm not pitching you a software. I'm not selling you a software because good softwares like this already exist. You don't need another software. You don't need Bolt. You don't need Cursor. You don't need Lovable. You don't need MakeMyApp.com or whatever they call themselves these days. Free software already exists. All you need is a better direction than I could provide in the last 50 minutes. Because again, there's so much that I can show you, but there's literally no time to do that. So what I want to do is I want to invite you to a live 3-day training that we're doing, which is an extension of this, not just extension, but basically going deeper into this. And this is a complete 3-day training. It's called VibeTraffic. And this happens from December 14th to 16th at 11 AM Eastern. Every single day for about an hour or 2 hours. You're going to be learning this inside out. You're going to be learning the mindset. You're going to be learning the steps. You're going to be learning the execution of all of this. This is what it looks like. Let me show you. On day one, you're going to master vibe coding breakthrough, what it really is and why it's revolutionary, custom GPT domination, how you can make chatbots. I didn't even show you chatbots, which are more powerful than custom GPTs. And I'll talk about AI traffic psychology, rather Chris will. We'll talk about traffic foundation setup. So exactly what you were asking, like how do we get the traffic to keep this going, to get this going? And you're going to learn all of that on day one alone, right? So you'll understand the complete vibe coding framework, far better than I could explain today. On day two, we start building traffic tools and automation workflows. So we'll go through high value tool ideas, discovering what your audience needs. We have a cool idea tool I want to give to you. It's called VibePig. So you're going to get access to that on day two. You're going to see how to build lightning fast site design. So do landing pages within minutes. We'll talk about ROI calculators, quiz builders, comparison tools. I didn't even go into that today. That's a good one. We'll show you how to do custom chatbot creations, and a lot of businesses would happily pay you thousands of dollars literally to set up a custom chatbot for them and monthly maintenance fee. We'll talk about interactive tools and traffic automation as well. Then we'll also focus on lead generation, right? So you'll probably end up building your own traffic on day two if you're clever about it. Then on day three, we help you scale. We show you basically how to do advanced tool deployment, when not to do vibe coding, because look, it can go wrong if you do it the right way. We'll talk about how you can turn these tool users into paying customers, how you can sell tools as a service, how you can create tools for clients and basically charge them every single month, and also how you can build tools that generate you passive income. So this is basically a complete business system for all three income streams. So we go through that on day three as well. So by the end of the 3 days, you'll walk away with vibe coding methods and AI chatbots, how to build those, monetization setup, which allow you to collect a lot of money, an agency framework and multi-platform apps as well, high profit services, service arbitrage, and all of this basically ready to go for you. But look, this is just the training. There's more. The bonuses that I want to give you on top of this is that for each of these trainings, you'll be able to access them for 24 hours for free, right? So if you miss the training, you can come back, you can access the training for 24 hours. You will also get access to our community, right? So we'll give you access to our Facebook group where you can come ask questions, discuss what you learn, discuss your ideas basically, and see what everyone else thinks as well, if you're willing to do that. You get complete session transcripts as well. So every session will be documented word for word, and you get those transcripts as well. And those you can keep long-term as well if you want. You get the Cliff Note summaries. So we'll give you condensed summaries of each day's key points, quick reference implementation guides, and essential action step highlighted for you to use, which will make it easy for you to execute. On top of that, maybe you're in a business with a business partner. Maybe you have a spouse or your child who would like to learn more about this as well, because this is a pretty cool thing to learn about. So you can bring them along as well. The extra seat does not cost you anything else. You can bring them along, have them join these sessions with you, and they can learn with you. Okay, on top of that, I talked about VibePig, which is an AI-powered idea generator. We're going to give that to you on day two, but you can basically use it to go out there and get ideas about your business, like what you can build, right? So you've seen everything that you're getting. Now let's talk about what it's actually worth, because I think that's important as well. The complete VibeTraffic package, if I was to do this one by one, like step by step, go through everything, is quite easily worth over $3,000. I think that's a fair price in this case for a 3-day training. But what should this actually cost you? Right? I could easily charge $997 for this mastermind, and I could say, look, that's a fair price, you can come join. But I'm going to offer you, as a webinar attendee, a very special price. So complete VibeTraffic and exclusive bonuses for you is literally going to be $27. Yeah. You saw that, right? $27. Put it at 27. If you want a link to that, and we'll drop you a link before we drop the link to everyone else. So just type in 27. If you're like, Neil, that is crazy stupid price. Like, I want this. Drop in 27. My team will drop a link for you to go and get this. Get that. But I want to also show you what else you can get as an upgrade. So we're not doing a bundle deal. We're just giving you the option to pick and choose as you want. We want to give you additional VIP implementation support. So if you want faster results with more expert guidance, this is what you can get. We want to give you the VIP license, which essentially gives you exclusive VIP session with us. I believe that it's on December 18th. I can't remember exactly, but that's on December 18th. So this is a special session with Chris and I, where you can ask specific questions and we can answer those questions for you. So maybe something that we didn't cover in the 3 days and you really wanted to know, maybe you had some bright idea you wanted to discuss, you can do that there, right? Plus you get an extended 30-day replay access to the 3 sessions and of course the VIP session as well. And on top of that, you get an elite AI implementation workbook. So this is advanced frameworks and guides for each level of implementation that will help you do better than everyone else. Plus, you also get a one-on-one VibeTraffic strategy call with our team. So you can just book a call with us and someone from our team will talk to you and just help you brainstorm with ideas, show you what's possible, and they can answer all your questions as well. On top of that, you also get our in-house trained bots with 997. So if you wanted expert advice, just like that guy, Steve, I think I was showing you earlier, the Saster guy, you get those advice chatbots as well. You get our sales page writer, our email campaign generator, SEO optimization system, and Facebook ad writer as well. So altogether, this package is worth a lot of money as well, as you can see. And the regular price we'll be selling it for is $297. But when you get the main offer, when you go to the next level, you can go ahead and get it for a much, much cheaper price. And for those of you that want to build a real traffic business by selling this to clients, here's what you will need. You will need the VibeTraffic Inner Circle upgrade as well, right? So again, this is an optional upgrade, but much recommended if you want to go out there and offer this as a service to clients. Because with this particular upgrade, for starters, you get lifetime access to all the training materials. On top of that, you get elite community status within our own community. Most importantly, though, you get VibeTraffic as a service. So this is done for you service kit, which gives you access to done for you sales proposals, done for you email swipes, telemarketing scripts, business cards, done for you rate cards, done for you letterheads, invoices, and client contracts as well. So basically all the material that you need to go out there and offer this as a service. Actually, one thing I forgot to write there, and I should, you also get a done for you website. You get done for your agency website. You can change the text on it as you want. And it's very easy to install. It's basically built on WordPress. And it's very, very easy to put up to whichever site you want to use. In that case, you get access to all of this. On top of that, you get my best AI training. And I keep this for the last. This is AI Domination Suite. Basically, I have collected a knowledge base of what I know best about copywriting, about social media, about content repurposing, about local businesses, about creating courses or creating and running webinars and creating and selling offers. I've turned those into copy and paste prompts that you can literally go to ChatGPT, Claude, or any tool you want for free, and it's going to create a full-fledged copy for you, VSLs, emails, all those things. You're getting access to all of that as a bonus as part of this upgrade as well. So again, the Inner Circle business system, total value is at $5,992, but altogether, we're going to be selling this at $497, but you have the opportunity to continue in the funnel and get this for a much, much lower price. So here's your webinar special deal. And the link, by the way, is inside the chat box right now. So if you haven't shared that already, my team's going to share that with all of you right now. Here's your investment option right now. The core VibeTraffic training, which is a 3-day live training, along with all the 6 bonuses and complete vibe coding system, is available at only $27. Okay. If you don't mind, Bilal, you can share that link with everyone. If not, I will. 1 second. Okay, I think that link should work for you. Let me just check. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that link should work for you. So go ahead and check that out. So again, that's available at $27 only. And your webinar special discounts look like this. If you were to go for the VIP implementation package, which I do recommend, that's only going to be $97 instead of $297 for you. And what I strongly suggest you is to go for the Inner Circle deal, because that gives you lifetime access to the training. I think it's a complete business in a box, and that's only available at $197. So it's a very, very low price. And I want you to choose your path in life. I mean, this is an absolute no-brainer. To me, getting this 3-day training for $27 is an absolute no-brainer. Okay, if you can't make it live, Dave, like I said, especially if you can't make it live, get one of the upgrades so you can have replays for longer. You are going to have replay access for 24 hours, but if you want to keep them forever, then go for the Inner Circle Business System. If you know that you're going to go through them within a month, you don't intend to sell this as a service to clients, you don't want my AI domination training, you can just go for the VIP license. But I would strongly advise everyone here to choose one of the upgrades in both if you want to go all the way. Okay, so you will see the upgrade links once you see the main offer, then you'll be able to buy the upgrade on the next page. So get the main offer, then you'll have the option to buy the upgrade as well. And if you are getting in, please, please, please let me know you're getting in, so I know that you are and others know that you are as well, and that we can basically just call you out, like say thank you for jumping in, and we look forward to seeing you on the 3-day training. Okay, does the Inner Circle include the VIP? No, it does not. They are separate. VIP is separate, Inner Circle is separate. They are not, they don't go together like that, if that makes sense. Okay, let me see, what else? Other questions, let me know in the chat box. Thinking about it at $27, okay. Thank you. Okay, looking forward to it. So which one again is the done for you? The done for you is the Inner Circle Business System, where we give you the done for you agency website along with done for you marketing material. Okay, so that's the agency. I think I might have missed some questions. Can we, I think Lee answered that question for you. 1 second. 1 second. So Chang, you only get a system that you can learn from. There's no software because the software already exists for free. Like the software already exists for free. You don't need to pay for it. So yeah. Okay, questions. If you have questions, please ask as well. Happy to discuss those. Okay, so this is your path basically. You have 3 parts essentially. Option 1 is you choose the VibeTraffic core, which is $27. I think this is perfect if you want to learn vibe coding and build your own traffic apps. Or you can go for VibeTraffic plus VIP, which is $124. If you want fast implementation with expert support, now of course do note, if you're here watching as a replay, the price might be higher. So if you're watching a replay and thinking, Neil, why can't we get the same price that was offered live on the webinar? That would be why. So if you're like, Neil, can I go get this like in a few days? Probably can, but just know that it's not going to be the same price. It is going to be higher. The upgrades are going to be higher. Now, of course, if you want to get the whole thing as well, you can go ahead and get the whole thing for $321, which again, I think is a steal. And remember, all of this comes with a 14-day money-back guarantee, right? So in each and every case, with all of this, you have a 14-day money-back guarantee. So if for whatever reason you feel like this is not for you, this is not for your speed, like it's too complicated, all those things, it's fine, let us know, and that we will make sure that we'll refund your money in that case. Like, we don't want to keep your money if you can't keep you happy. Simple as that. That's my funda. That's my ideology. Okay, let me just settle one thing. Okay. Okay, cool. Other questions? The link does not open. I promise you it does. But Bilal, could you please drop the link for C conflicts? How many days do we have for refund? 14 days. 14 days. Do we provide our services as a one-time service to the businesses, or would we need to provide ongoing maintenance? It's up to you. If you want to charge for the ongoing maintenance, you can. Otherwise, just provide for one time. I mean, I think charge for the maintenance. Like, why not? Like, AI is going to help you fix anything as well anyway. Yes, I will repeat about the replay. So let me actually write it down for you here so it makes more sense. So if you were to get the $27 training, you have 24 hours for the replay to watch it. So if the session gets done, you have 24 hours to catch a replay. If you go for the VIP license, then with that, you have 30 days of replays. If you go for the complete system, then you basically have lifetime for the replays. Okay, plus they come with some other perks as well, like extra notes and everything. Let me see if I can show you that, if I have it. If not, I'll go back and show you this. But let me just go back a few slides and I'll show you that as well. So there you go. That's the Inner Circle. that gives you lifetime access to the training along with the elite community status and done for you service kit, as well as AI domination suite. That's 197 on this webinar. How long are the trainings each day? About 90 minutes or so. Might stretch to like 2 hours, but typically 1.5 hours to 2 hours. That's typically it. There is no software that we're offering. The software, like we're going to show you free stuff that you can use, Claude, ChatGPT. You can choose to upgrade with them, but we don't really get any commissions off of it. So it's up to you, but there's no software that you need to pay for, right? Just your hosting and stuff, which you're probably going to need as well, but that's it. There is no direct link for the complete system. I apologize, but we're doing things a bit differently this time. We don't have a direct link for the whole thing this time. So you just have to buy it like separately. Okay. Let me just answer some more questions. Once I get the main one, will I then be able to get the rest of the links for all the upgrades? Yeah, just get the main one. When you get the main one, on the next step, you'll see the option to get the upgrade one. And depending on whether or not you say yes or no to it, like you can't say no to it if you want to, but you'll see the option then to get the upgrade number 2 as well. So it is absolutely possible to just go through each step and get those. 1 second, I think, where's the link to buy? Let me just drop it for you, CC conflict. I think on a bill I'll do. There you go. Thank you, Scott. I really appreciate that. Scott says, good webinar. So if you create an app for a business, say a mortgage calculator app, and we install it on their website, and that's it. Yep, that's it. That is it. We don't need to pay ChatGPT, no. Or they don't need to pay anyone on your ongoing feed, no. They do not. Because all the calculators are so simple that all the code is basically within one thing. It doesn't need AI for analysis. It doesn't need, it's simple math that is doing in the back end, right? The ChatGPT or Claude will tell it a system, and it's just going to crunch all the numbers and do the simple math. So no, you don't need to do anything else. Yes, Chang, that is right. Yes. You said that the replays are up for 24 hours after each day. That is correct. If you go only for the main license, the $27 license, then the replays are available for each day for 24 hours. So to get the lifetime, we need to buy the front-end VIP and the inner circle. Yes. I mean, look, you can skip VIP. You can just go buy the inner circle if you only want the lifetime license, lifetime recordings. But then you don't get the other stuff that came with VIP. Like, let me just show you. With a VIP, you get, 1 second, a few slides away. With a VIP, you get the exclusive VIP session, right? So if you don't buy that, you don't get this. This obviously is covered in the lifetime as well. You don't get the elite implementation workbook. You don't get the one-on-one strategy call. You don't get the premium AI suite. So this is the only thing basically that's also included within Inner Circle. But the rest, for example, you got to buy like the package here today. Okay. What is the hosting charges? Whatever hosting you pay for your current site anyway, like I don't know, could be $2 a month, could be $100 a month, depends on how much traffic you're getting. If you're getting, 100,000 visitors a month, rest assured you need to spend a lot of money on hosting, like maybe $100. So if you deliver an app to a business, it will not break. Well, we need to fix it later. It depends on the complexity of that app made. So look, I don't want to make you promises about what future work will entail. It comes down to what you're trying to build. If it's a simple mortgage calculator, it's going to work clean as a whistle. But if you're like, I'm going to build your complete social media posting system, I can guarantee you that's going to break, because that's what software does. That's what complicated software does. So if you promise your business that, hey, I'm going to give you the moon and the stars, well, they're going to come back calling when they don't get the moon and the stars. But if you promise a business, look, I'm going to give you the simple calculator that you can put on your site, easy peasy. Okay, good. The upsell and link, Bilal, you can link. So if you've got the front end, and if you for some reason can't see the upsell, confirm that, and we'll drop your link to the upsell. But please don't buy the upsell without buying the front end, because you will not get access to everything. Okay, so Bilal can drop your link. If you've got the front end, for some reason you don't see the upsell, let us know, and my team will drop your link for that. But just so you know, if you do that, and if you're like, hey, I'm going to be sneaky and I'm just going to go buy the upsell, you're not going to get access. You're going to get upset with me, and I would have said, I told you so, so don't do that. How soon will you have a replay for your webinar? Oh yeah, So for this webinar, the replay will be available in a few hours, I think, typically, yeah. And I don't know if we'll be able to share the replay for this particular webinar because we don't have a page for it. But for the live trainings that we're doing, the replays, depending on the time zone, the replays usually come at about like the next morning. But then we'll make sure you have it available for 24 hours. What type of info or things are the workbook? That's in the VIP. So basically more actionable items, right? So it's not Cliff Notes. Cliff Notes is like, okay, here's what we discussed in 10 bullet points. Workbook is more like, okay, step 1, do this, step 2, do this, step 3, do that. So it's more concise, broken down, step-by-step execution in a written format from those 3 days. Nee, I'm not sure. Like, I think the PayPal thing should work as well. Like, I'm pretty sure. Bilal, you can check, but the PayPal thing should work as well. Okay, Groove. My team will link you to the upsell pages, but I covered those details here already for you. So yeah, Bilal, if you get a minute, please answer Groove and you can link him to the upsell pages, but rest assured, do not buy them without buying the front end. Okay, Josh, I got you as well. 1 second. Let me just check. Any questions, by the way, really good questions. Like, keep them coming. Let me keep going further and see if I want to address something. So this is where I was, right? Again, we have a guarantee, a 14-day money-back guarantee that removes all the risk for you. What that means essentially is that if for whatever reason you're not happy, you're like, Neil, I really, really wanted this to work, but for some reason, like it doesn't, I don't like it, that's fine, let us know, and we will gladly refund your money back. We want you to be not just satisfied, but actually happy with this. We want you to be genuinely happy with this, test the complete system, come make some apps, and if you're like, nope, I didn't get my value for money out of this, fine, no problem, you can have your money back, okay? I can only make this one guarantee for you because I can only make this guarantee because I'm completely confident that this system works. Okay, I know how the system works. I've used it myself. It is exceptional, and I think it's going to work really wonderfully for some of you that decide to use it. And the proof is the huge traffic attracted by simple vibe coding based on apps that use these exact strategies. So again, this is for you if you need consistent traffic to your offers without paying for ads. If you're tired of complex marketing strategies that don't really work, and if you want to build something useful that actually helps people, and you're willing to learn a new skill over 3 focused days, and you can follow step-by-step instructions, and you don't need tech background for this. So if you can say yes to all 5 of these things, you're in the right place at the right time, and you have the right link to go and register for this 3-day training. And again, I encourage you, not just advise you, I encourage you to get one of the VIP or inner club, just because that's going to push you to basically ensure that you have lifetime access to these trainings. Okay? And again, to repeat this, if you want to push button income with no work, this is not for you. If you're not willing to build real tools to help people, this is not for you. If you expect overnight millions instead of a realistic income, this is not for you. Right? You got to come, you got to learn, you got to implement with us. When you do, your fortunes will change, but you got to be there for that. That's important. Now, questions. Do I need coding skills? No, 0. I just showed you, like, I built out a complete mortgage calculator without a single line of code. Again, you don't need to build the next Facebook, right? You're not trying to do that. You're trying to build something simple that gets the visitors, gets them to give their email address that you can follow up with and sell them something. So no, you do not need to build something complicated. You do not need extensive coding skills. How long to build these apps? 20 minutes. I built mine in 5, but that's because I can talk fast, right? So it's up to you. Depends on how long you want to spend doing it. What if I can't attend live? Again, every session has 24-hour replay access. But again, if you can go for the VIP and Inner Circle, I would strongly advise that because that's going to give you 30 days and lifetime access as well. Okay? I can't afford $27. I don't know what to say. But let's do the math here. Let's say the current monthly ad spend that you probably end up spending on your business is like $1,000. That's what most people do, right? So you said a lot of you were just starting or struggling, or you're getting 0 traffic. VibeTraffic investment is $27. It's a one-time investment. We're not charging for this monthly. It's just literally one time. So month 1, you build an app. Month 2, if you don't market it anywhere, like even then, month 2, you start getting free visitors. By month 6, for example, you probably had like a few hundred visitors. And even from those few hundred visitors, even if you get one customer, one client that spends $100, a couple $100, you've made more than what you invested. That is, again, if you do 0 work after those 3 days. If we just come to the training, follow the instructions that we're showing you, and execute right there, you will already be more successful than 99.99% of other people out there. And no, you do not need to learn another system to do this. I'm not asking you to learn something completely brand new. I'm just asking you, are you able to communicate? Are you able to talk? Okay. All right. Again, I'm not technical. This can't work for me. I'm not technical either. This worked for me, so I don't know what to say to that. Like I'm trying to think of clever ways to answer these questions for you to try and convince you, but I don't think I have to. I think after what I've shown you today, if it doesn't feel like Christmas magic, I don't know what will. Okay? AI can't be as good as traditional traffic methods. Look, if I'd done this session a few months ago, I would have said like, oh no, AI can be good, like it's getting there, blah, blah, blah. But the train's already left the station. We are way past, AI can't do that, because AI is already doing that. AI is already crushing it with traffic, right? Numbers don't lie. 3.5 million visitors from one calculator. That's not a typo. I'm not accidentally saying the wrong number. 334,000 users in 30 days. Conversion rates are 26 to 65% versus 2 to 5% for static forms. Every number is verifiable. Go Google it. Go ask ChatGPT. And if you're wondering, like, what if it gets saturated? Look, there's 32 million businesses in the US alone, and 99% are still paying for ads or struggling with traffic. They're doing it the expensive way. You as an early adopter who can go to these businesses and say, hey, let me help you. Let me build this for you. Let me give you something that your customers are going to love. Would they say no to that? They would bite your hand for it. They would absolutely say yes, and they would bite your hand for it. So yeah, I think you're in the right place at the right time. And I think and I say it's a bit crudely actually, there's a ton of money to be made. And I hate saying it like that because I sound like someone who's just selling like a make money online thing. I'm not. I'm telling you the opportunity is there to turn your ideas into reality. Okay. And again, the prices that you see on the webinar are for the webinar only. The bonuses that you see on the webinar are for the webinar only. And the reason that is because it protects early adopters who took action. So I want to keep this pricing for you. There are document results out there. I want you to use them. I want you to realize that there's a lot that you can do with this technology. And what is life going to be like for you 6 months from now? Well, look, you'll be one of these two people, right? You'll be either marketer A that acts today, you invest $27, you attend the training, you build your first traffic app by December 17th, you stop paying for ads in January, you land your first client paying $800 in February, and you build a $5,000 to $10,000 a month business by June. Come summer, you finally turn your fortunes around. You finally get into a place where the high price of eggs isn't a bother for you anymore. Or you're going to be marketer B who waits and watches like, well, maybe next time. Maybe Neil will talk about this again in a month or two. And I will. I'll talk about this every single day because it works so well. But when I talk about it next, the price is going to be higher, the market's going to be more crowded, and you're going to struggle to break through. But if you do that, you're going to continue bleeding money on ads, or you're going to continue watching other white coders dominate the market. You're going to try and learn coding yourself because, oh, I wish I'd listened to Neil when he was talking about it. Maybe now I can finally figure out on my own. You do that, but then once you try everything, you're going to realize that you would regret not taking the opportunity when it was there. So again, all this to say that there's a massive, massive opportunity right now in the market to make it. But again, for that, you need more than just a gentle nudge. We need to work with you. We need to teach you. We need to show you how these things work. This is your crossroads moment. While others hesitate, smart marketers such as you act. They understand that there's a first mover advantage, and that is everything. They understand the perfect timing does not exist, but momentum creates results. They understand that fortune favors the bold who execute, while others still analyze and ponder and worry and stress and wish for things to happen. There's a very, very famous story, and I think it's just a story. I don't think it's real that I've heard. This guy, he's struggling. Like he's struggling because there's a flood in his town. So he's like sitting at the top of his house, and there's a flood, and then this police boat comes to him to try to like take him. Like they're here, just come with us. Like it's okay. He's like, no, God's gonna save me. And then the police like, fine, or whatever. Helicopter comes to take him. He's like, no, don't worry about me. God's gonna save me. And then I think it was like he finally dies. He goes to he has this moment with God, and he's like, God, why didn't you come and save me? I was asking for you. God goes, well, I sent the police, I sent the helicopter, but you said no to both of them. What do you expect me to do? So again, when you think about opportunities, they're not suddenly going to fall in your lap like cold hard cash. They're going to fall in your lap like this. An opportunity to learn, an opportunity to execute while others are still only dreaming about it. That's what you're getting. So the decision time for you is now. The action time for you is now. You can choose to wait. By all means, wait. If you feel like you'll be better off waiting and trying it again next month, in a few months, please do that. If that $27, $97 upgrade or $197 upgrade is like too much because I don't know, fine. Like it's actually a good thing if you don't join. But if this training today has shown you the depth of what is possible, if you've realized basically things that you're able to do just by talking to AI, but you want to learn more, you want to learn in a more structured way, then join this training. Step one, click the button below this video if you're watching this later, or click the link that my team is giving to you. Okay, there's a timer on that page and price is going to go up. And complete your secure checkout. It takes 2 minutes. Then go get the upgrades as well. Go get the upgrades that fit you. And again, I want to push you to get everything. Don't get everything if it doesn't fit you. But again, I encourage you to get at least one of the upgrades because it's going to dramatically change what and how much you do. Okay, it's going to dramatically change what and how much you do. So mark the calendar for training, be there, 3 simple steps, less than 3 minutes altogether, very, very easy to do, and your journey starts tonight. Immediately, you get access to links, you get access to bonuses, you get access to the links where you can come and join us, right? You get email welcome, so everything is available. Day 1, day 2, day 3, we're gonna give you step-by-step everything you need. And December 17th already, before Christmas, before you stuff yourself with turkey like I will too, you can start generating free traffic and landing clients. First results, highly likely within 7 to 30 days. Highly, highly likely. And again, I've done it. I literally spent the weekend taking an idea and building out a very, very powerful application that does like major content creation for me. Major content creation. All of that, step by step. Everything proven, every question answered. So this is your moment. Seize it. Carpe diem. Seize the day. With a 14-day money-back guarantee. Questions. If you have questions, ask. Happy to answer them now. Let me see. I think the issue a lot of us struggle with is driving traffic to whatever it is that we're building. Would you please remind me if you said you'd help? I will tell you what to do to get the traffic, but you will have to do it. Again, I hope you understand that. There's no push-button traffic solution. There never was one. There never will be one. It just does not exist because, Lee, if there was one, everyone would be using it. If there was a push-button solution where I could press a button, I could get traffic like this, like this, like this, everyone would be using it. So again, I'm being kind to you by telling you this, that if you still dream that I'll get traffic just by pressing a button, it's not going to happen. But you will be able to build tools for yourself that get you 95% there. Not 100%, but 95% there. You will be able to build tools that will give you short videos, that will give you written content. All you then have to do is manually post it somewhere. So as long as you're willing to do that, we're willing to work with you. Just being clear, and again, like some tough love for you, because I want you to realize that this is not, I'm not selling a pipe dream here. I'm selling a reality of where we are heading now in this world dominated by AI. It is happening. There's some parts of it that I do not like. There's some parts of AI that scare the hell out of me, existentially. But until that day of reckoning comes, there's opportunity. I'll say that much. PG column, that should be on the thank you page. When you signed in, you can reach out to my support. I don't have access to it now. Bilal, what PG column is asking for is a URN page. So you can give him the URN page URL from our team, and then he will have what he's asking for. There is no daft question. That's okay. what is the best AI for this? Is it better to, no, please don't spend $200 a month. I prefer Claude. Claude is much better for coding. ChatGPT is not so good at coding. Claude is just the interface and how they work is much better for that. So don't spend $200 a month. If you want, you can spend $20 a month. But even then, what I would say is just start on the free plan, and that's more than enough. Dates for the training is 14, 16, 17 of December. Oh, 14, 15, 16, sorry. 14, 15, 16 of December. Okay? So 3 parts forward for you. Again, just to clarify one more time, if I didn't already, 3 parts forward for you. Part 1, keep paying $1,000, $5,000 a month for traffic if that's what you're doing, or get 0 traffic if that's what you're doing. Or you can try to learn vibe coding yourself, which again, you will get it, but by the time you get it, the market would have been like a few steps further. Or you can get a complete system for $27. But again, I want you to come and, get one of the upgrades, because look, it's honestly going to drive the mileage for you. Okay, it's going to drive the mileage for you. I think it's worth it to have that, to do that, and that will be awesome. Just think about which path makes logical business sense. Which path makes logical business sense for you? Every second you hesitate, someone else takes action, you keep bleeding at budget or sit at 0 traffic, and the traffic that apps that you could be building are not being built, and the window closes further. Okay, Grove says, I will join all the upsells. Good, good. Again, it's only going to be to your benefit. It genuinely only is going to be to your benefit. Look, I could have been sneaky and bundled everything for $297 and said, hey, you get a bundle deal for $297, but no, I wanted to give you that choice. I wanted to give you that choice of choosing what you want. So as long as you take one of the upgrades, I think you'll be on the right path. That's all. You'll be on the right path. Okay, we've got like a few more minutes. While I go through this, I want you to give me another idea, and we're going to create it right now. Like simple idea, nothing too complicated, right? We're not trying to reinvent the internet, but tell me about your business, and I'll come up with an idea right now. We'll build it right now with Claude. Like literally in the moment. Okay, I'm going all in. Neil says, Lee, awesome. This is amazing. I'm using Claude as you speak, asking you to build my quiz, and it's my first time ever using Claude. Lee, I love that for you. I genuinely love that for you. And again, sometimes I might come across as harsh because I was answering your questions and you felt maybe I was picking on you. I wasn't. I genuinely care about each and every person on the session, and those that are willing to swim towards me so I can rescue them, even better. Right? I use that story because there's another story that I've come across before, which is really poignant, really interesting. This Navy SEAL was asked a question in a podcast. It's like, when you go to rescue people, like there's a boat that capsized and people are drowning in the water. When you go to rescue people, do you go save like women and kids first? Because you should, right? That's what you do. He says, no, I don't save women and kids first. I save those people that are swimming towards me, because they're the easiest ones to save. Right? So if you swim towards me, if you come to a 3-day training, if you get the lifetime access to the training, you'll be the easiest one for me to help. I can help all of you. I promise you, I can help all of you. But the ones that I can have the most impact on are those that are basically swimming towards me. Simple as that. Okay? Yeah, Lee, you're right. You're right. And I'll share that with everyone. And again, Lee says that in a place of love. But if you can't afford to spend $27 to even try this, and again, have you attend 3 days and just like Neil, I want my money back. Fine. Thank you for trying. That's what I'll say. That's what my team will say. If you can't do that, I'll leave it at that. Okay, let's go through some idea. Lee, I'm going to pick your side. Give me a second. I'm going to open your side. I hope it's okay for me to open your side here. And an ROI calculator for local businesses to see if the monthly $97 a month per service would be worth the monthly cost. Good, Scott, that's really good. But again, what are you offering in return? If you tell me that, that'd be great. So, Lee, I've got no idea. Okay, this is skincare products, which is good. But let's just ask ChatGPT, okay, what to create. Hey, so I'm looking to create a calculator or a quiz, ideally for this website. This website is an e-commerce site where they sell skincare products. I have no idea about what kind of quiz or calculator to create. Could you give me some ideas? And I will approve an idea, and based on that, we'll start building it. Keep it simple, keep it light, but something that people can engage with and stay on site for longer. Okay, let's see what Claude says to me. Travel calculator to calculate distance from one point to another and the time it takes to get there. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I mean, it's like Google Maps, really. But I guess my question would be, why would you have it? Or what you could do is like a travel calculator, and you can like maybe pinpoint, not a calculator, but a travel planner, right? Hey, you could do a travel planner where you could say, okay, what are the different routes that you will take, right? What are the different routes, like what are the different places to check? So I want to go from, let's say, Helsinki to London by road trip. What are the different routes? Where are the different places I could stop that are worth visiting? That's a really good quiz of sorts. Okay, so Lee, for you, like find your perfect Lumigo routine quiz. How clean is your current skincare quiz? Which Lumigo product should you try first quiz? Okay, let's do this. Let's go for idea number 3. I want you to build this out as a simple HTML quiz that I could embed on my site. Could you do this? And then based on my answers, again, recommend me some products already from the website. Lee, that is awesome. Lee says, I'm in. A human-like talking avatar that greets a website visitor, creating engagement and excitement. That's not really, Scott, that's not really like a simple thing you can make. I mean, you can, but it's a bit more complicated because when you start doing like human avatars, they cost a lot, right? So there's going to be back-end cost for something like that. We're thinking about something simpler. I'm in for all of them, says Thomas. Thomas, fantastic, mate. I love that as always. Chang says, I did buy them, but I have not received the temporary password yet. Yeah, it's okay. Chang, when you buy, you will get to the thank you page. That's where you can see details of like the session and everything. And we also send you a welcome email with those details. If for whatever reason, and I'll say this to everyone, if for whatever reason you don't get what you expected, reach out here and we will help you out. Okay, absolutely no problem at all. Reach out and we will help you out. So Lee, I think you can see this, like it's building out this whole thing. I'll let it do the whole thing. I'm in for base and upgrade number 2. Fantastic. Again, whatever suits you, as long as you're able to access the training long term, because you will need it long term. That's the thing. You will need the training long term. I know because it's quite standard, right? It's quite standard. Let me see. One second. Okay, it's still doing its thing. I'll show you in a few seconds once it's done, and we'll pretty soon end the session as well. When will I get that done for your website? Lee, that will be instant as well. So when you buy, I think in a few minutes we send you access to a membership area where you can sign up and you can access the website immediately. So it should be immediate, but maybe like 5-10 minutes just to cover that gap. I mean, a calculator that would allow a company to enter the average cost per client, like a kitchen remodeler charging the customer 10K for a kitchen remodel job, and if paying $97 a month for my chatbot service would be worth $97 a month cost to them. Scott, again, great idea. I think if you can verbalize it a bit better, you can put that into Claude and let Claude do something. Okay, so let's look at the quiz here. Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. I like the colors. What's your biggest skin concern right now? For me personally, because I live in Finland and I get no sun, it is dryness or dehydration. Who will be using this product? Just me. What texture do you prefer? Lightweight, stick, easy application. See my match? Okay, the product image is broken. I don't know why, but let's just go to shop now. But it says, okay, this is what you need to buy. And there you go. There you go. Lee, I just built this in front of you. With a little bit of tweaking, we can make it better. Like we can feed it images. Maybe the image doesn't work for some reason, I don't know, but there you go. That's a quiz done. Lee says, this is so awesome, thanks. Awesome. Yeah, exactly. Money Scholar says, Claude offered many excellent options for the skincare website, also matched the website's design. It did. I was actually surprised about that. I didn't think it would take the design into consideration, but you can always ask it to do that, and it's going to, specifically work extra time for that for you. That was a great calculator I just built, right? Like it's pretty cool. It's really, really cool. I mean, I want to say, like, I'm in awe of how quickly this can think. I wish I was that creative, but this is just on a different level. How did you link to the site? I just dropped the link at the beginning, like this is the site. And I just explained what I wanted. Okay, I gotta wrap this up because it is soon kids' bedtime. I gotta put them to bed. My duty today. But I'll leave this with you folks. Go get the main license, get at least one of the upgrades, because honestly, I think it's going to advance you enough so that it's worth it for you. And it's going to put you in a place where you can enjoy these trainings for much longer, right? You're going to learn some groundbreaking stuff in these 3 days, and I want you to have this for the long term. And again, I wish I could have just given it to everyone for 27 for like lifetime, but I have to run a business too, as I'm sure you understand. So you get access to this today. Okay, cool. So once the site is built, how do we get into a website? So we actually give you like a WordPress site, and we give you instructions on how to use it. So you get all those instructions within the members area. Just go through them. If you get stuck, just ask. Okay. About the basic VIP, is there a second upgrade? Yeah. Okay, Tom, give me 1 second. Okay, here's what I'm going to do as well. Bilal, can we link or I will link to people. Okay, folks, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to link you to all the levels. Please do not buy the upgrade until you buy the main offer. Okay. But I want you to have the link before I go away, because I think it's, well, you might as well look at everything. Like, I'm being very transparent with you, so I want you to look at everything and get it if it fits your wallet, like genuinely. But this is all of them. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to leave that with you. I got to head out. I got everything, says Jill Captain, fantastic. So just 3 purchases. Yep, there's no more. 3 purchases, and that is enough. Let me see. I received the VIP details, but I don't understand if you're supposed to see a video before training. No, you're not supposed to see a video before training. The live training happens on the 14th. You got to wait until then. There's no other video before that, chat. I'm in, but I still haven't found the link for, okay, PG, I'm going to link that to you. 1 second. It's here. There you go. Okay, fantastic, folks. Thank you so much for your time. I genuinely love the excitement, the enthusiasm that I've seen here. I have never been more excited about doing this kind of session. I think this is the best training session I've done, because it's not just like, typically I would jump on and like pitch you a bundle and some buy, some don't buy. But at this price, I feel I can work with most of you. I feel that I can genuinely engage with a lot of you and get you some cool results moving forward, which for me is just, it's fantastic. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. I agree. Helped a lot of people today, Scott. I agree too. Thank you so much. We'll talk soon. Have a great rest of the day. And again, you have the links. Go ahead and buy if you have not already.